Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the top 5 best high refresh rate monitors that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. And also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 5, we have the Sony INZONE M10S 27 inches OLED 1440p gaming monitor. The best high refresh rate monitor we've tested is the Sony INZONE M10S. It's a premium 27-inch 1440p OLED gaming monitor with a 480Hz refresh rate, making it a fantastic choice for competitive gamers. Motion looks extremely sharp on it thanks to its near instantaneous response time, which is fast enough that the monitor makes full color transitions before it draws the next frame. Combining this with its very low input lag for a responsive feel, it adds a minimal delay to your system's total latency. Although the monitor supports all common VRR formats, the biggest downside when it comes to gaming is that it has distracting VRR flicker in dark scenes. This is common with any OLED and happens when the frame rate changes rapidly, and you'd have to set a frame rate cap or disable VRR if you want to avoid this issue. Besides that, your favorite games look realistic and detailed thanks to its incredible picture quality. It displays deep and inky blacks in dark rooms, and small highlights pop against the rest of the image. However, if you find this monitor out of your price range, you can also check out the similar LG 27GX 790A-B. It costs less, but has slightly higher input lag at its max refresh rate. Moving on at number 4, we have the BenQ Zowie XL2586X 24.1 Fast TN 540Hz gaming monitor. Although the 480Hz refresh rate of the Sony INZONE M10S is high enough for most gamers, its 1440p resolution also requires more power from your PC compared to lower resolution displays. If you're a competitive esports gamer and want the highest refresh rate at the cost of a lower resolution, check out the BenQ Zowie XL2586X. It's an esports monitor with a 540Hz refresh rate for a smoother feel than the Sony, but it doesn't have the same near instantaneous response time. While this means that there's a bit more blur, fast-moving objects still look sharp at its max refresh rate. Another advantage of this monitor is that it has a versatile backlight strobing feature to reduce persistence blur. It works across a wide refresh rate range and effectively improves the appearance of motion at its max refresh rate. However, this monitor has some drawbacks compared to the Sony. For example, its TN panel has much worse picture quality, particularly in dark rooms, and it doesn't support HDR at all, so this is something to think about before buying the monitor. At number 3, we have the ASUS ROG Strix 26.5 inches 1440p QD-OLED gaming monitor. If you care about having better picture quality than the BenQ Zowie XL2586X and prefer getting a monitor with a lower refresh rate than the Sony INZONE M10S, then look into the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27ACDNG. It's different from the BenQ because it's a 27-inch 1440p QD-OLED, so it has much better picture quality with deep blacks in dark rooms and bright highlights. Plus, it displays more vivid colors than the Sony, so it delivers the best picture quality out of the previous 2 monitors mentioned, and it's a fantastic choice for HDR gaming. The biggest trade-off of getting this versus the Sony or the BenQ is that it has a lower 360Hz refresh rate, so gaming doesn't feel as smooth. That said, it still has a near instantaneous response time for sharp motion, better than that of the BenQ. It even has a black frame insertion feature to reduce persistence blur, though it only operates at a fixed 120 Hz, or 180 Hz refresh rate. However, because it's a QD-OLED, deep blacks look purple in bright rooms, and you may prefer our choice below in bright environments, the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27AQD-MG. At number 2, we have the ASUS ROG Strix 27 inches 1440p OLED gaming monitor. If your PC can't take advantage of high refresh rates, there are plenty of 240 Hz monitors you can get for a lower cost. One of those is the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27AQD-MG, which, like the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27ACD-MG, is a 27-inch 1440p OLED. This means it offers all the benefits of an OLED, with deep, inky blacks and sharp motion, but at a lower refresh rate. It doesn't display colors as vividly as on the XG27ACD-MG, but it gets brighter and also displays deeper blacks in brighter rooms. Like any OLED, it has a fast response time for sharp motion, and gaming feels responsive thanks to its low input lag at high refresh rates. Like the XG27ACD-MG, the 1440p resolution delivers detailed enough images without being too demanding on your graphics card. However, if you prefer a higher resolution and if your computer can handle it, there are some fantastic 4K, 240 Hz QD OLEDs you can get, like the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27UCDM. It's an upgrade over the XG27AQD-MG in terms of overall performance, but it also costs a lot more. And finally, at number 1, we have the ViewSonic XG2431 24-inch 1080p 0.5 milliseconds 240 Hz gaming monitor. Should you be on a budget looking for a high refresh rate monitor, then the ViewSonic XG2431 is a good choice. Besides its lower 1080p resolution, the biggest trade-off as you get into the budget category is that you lose out on picture quality to save money, which is the case with this monitor versus the ASUS ROG Strix OLED XG27AQD-MG. It doesn't display the same deep and inky blacks with bright highlights, so it looks worse in HDR. Another difference is that because it isn't an OLED, it doesn't have the same near instantaneous response time as the ASUS. However, with a 240 Hz refresh rate, it's still good enough for most gamers. Plus, it has a unique backlight strobing feature that many entry-level monitors don't have. It works across a wide refresh rate range, and you can customize the flicker of it to your liking, which helps improve the appearance of motion. However, if you don't need this feature and you find the monitor too expensive, you can also check out the Dell G2524H. It has a 280 Hz refresh rate, but worse overall motion handling than the ViewSonic. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.